Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Avery and today I will be sharing with you all of the books I plan to read during the summer 2019 Biannual Bibliothon. So this year's Bibliothon takes place from July 11th to July 19th, and if you want any of that info, I'll link it down below where you can just search it on YouTube and I'm sure you could find it if you haven't heard about it already, which a lot of you probably have. But yeah, so I am going to participate this year, or try to. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the first challenge is to read the group book, and this year the group book is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So this book is a sci-fi, takes place in space, there's a war, there's lots of fighting, I'm sure, because if you read the Illuminae files, I'm sure you'll probably like this. I'm so excited for this. And also the synopsis of this looks really great because it's like a band of misfits as they try and, you know, do some cool things in space. So yeah, this is the first book and I'm so pumped. And for once I actually already own this when they announced what the group book was going to be. So I was like, yes, I'll just save it for July. So yeah, first book. So the next challenge is to read one of the host's 5-star reads. And the book I selected from the list is Scythe by Neal Shusterman. So this book follows 2 apprentices to the scythe. And in this world, there's no disease, there's no hunger, none of that, no war. So the only way for people to die is for the scythe to kill them. So I'm really excited. I've heard some great things about this book. So yeah. The next challenge is to read a book based on the cover. So the book I chose for that is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This is the Owlcrate edition, and it's all red and gorgeous, and the spine is absolutely beautiful. And also, just as a plus, I freaking love this. This is my favorite thing in books. I love it when they have things embossed on the cover. Like, also one other one that has a really great one that looks like this, or not this, but embossing on it, is the Cruel Prince, and it is beautiful. I love it when they have things like this on the inside, like on the hardcover. So yeah, this is the book that I chose for the cover, and it follows a girl who can talk to the gods. So I'm excited for this. I've heard some mixed things about it. I say mixed things. I haven't heard a whole lot about it. I know initially everybody was very excited for this, but I'm only thinking of one person, and they didn't like, they liked it, but it wasn't as good as they thought it was going to be. So I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention, but still I'm excited for this. The next challenge is to read a book in the adult genre. So for this readathon, I was trying to pick things that were already on my TBR and not trying to buy some so I can actually read down my TBR. But that has nothing to do with this, but I just thought that I would mention that I usually don't read adult. I would love to branch out into that genre, so this readathon is the perfect time to do that. But the book I chose for this challenge is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So when I think The Night Circus, I think of Hannah from A Clockwork Reads because she loves this book and talks about it all the time. But, you know, it's about a circus. Some stuff happens. I'm not entirely sure, other than the fact that it's a circus that happens at night. But I've heard some great things. I'm excited. Next challenge is to read any book you want, and that book is King of Fools by Amanda Foody. So this book is the sequel to Ace of Shades. Ace of Shades came out last year. I read it, I loved it, and I'm so excited for this. But if you don't know, Ace of Shades follows a girl named Anne as she travels to the forbidden city of Sin that is full with like gangs and all kinds of, you know, it's not the best place to be. It's kind of a little bit dangerous, but it's called the City of Sin, so what else would you expect? But the only lead she has in finding her mother is through one of these street lords whose name is Levi. And Levi has run into some trouble of his own, so they form kind of like an unlikely alliance because she's gonna pay him to help her find her mother. So yeah, it was insane. I loved it, and I'm so pumped for this. So pumped. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this. So the next challenge is to read a book by an author you haven't read before. So the book I chose for this is one that almost everybody that I've seen has read and really enjoyed. Stop trying to drink my coffee, Lilo. That's not for you. You're already hyper enough. Okay. Right, she's biting my finger, but okay. Anyway, sidetracked by the dog. But the book is A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab, because this is one of her adult books. Now, I have several V.E. Schwab books on my shelf, and I have yet to read any of them. So, this readathon is the perfect chance to give this book a chance. I've had it for years and I've just never gotten around to it, but I'm excited. It follows Kel, who can travel between the different Londons in this world. There's gray, black, red, and white, I believe. So I've heard a lot of great things about this and I'm excited to give it a read. The next challenge was to read a graphic novel, and this one came in one of the owl crates recently, and I figured it'd be a good time to read it because I don't really read graphic novels. Not that I don't think they're great, I just never buy any, and I'm never in that section, and it's kind of intimidating. I don't really know where to start, but it looks cute. I'm excited. But that graphic novel is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. So as far as I can tell, this book follows a girl named Greta as she kind of learns about the Tea Dragon Society and tea dragons and things. It sounds really cute. The little art style in it is precious, and I'm excited. The next challenge is to read a book that you were initially excited for but haven't gotten around to reading yet. So the book I picked for this was A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. Is that right? That's really hard to say. I'm not good with the R's. But anyway, so as I don't know a whole lot about this, but what I remember is that it's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and that's really all I wanted to know before I was like sold. I love Disney. I don't know if you know this about me. I freaking love it. So when I heard that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. Also, I really like the cover. It's very pretty. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some good representation for the main character in this, but I forget what for. That's very vague. I'm sorry. I'll put it down in the description. I just can't think of it right now. And my laptop's like way in the other room, so I'm just gonna put it in the description. But I'm excited nonetheless. Beauty and the Beast and some good diverse characters. Yeah. And the last book and challenge on this list is to read a predicted 5-star read. So this book is a sequel that I haven't read yet. Everybody else read it in January or December. January? I think it was January when it came out. But that book is The Wicked King by Holly Black. So I have heard everybody say that the ending of this book literally ripped their heart out. I'm excited. I liked the first book, but I have high expectations for the sequel because I've heard people say that they liked it a lot better. But we shall see. I'm excited to see how this dynamic between Jude and Cardan plays out after the events of the first one. So yeah, and also I believe the last in this trilogy comes out in December, I want to say, and she moved up the release date. I think it's December, but anyway, I'm excited. And that is it for this video today. I hope you are having some luck in your own TBR creating for the Biannual Bibliothon, and it's the last one, so if you haven't heard about it, come join us. It'll be a fun time. And I'm excited. This is the first time I will be making videos or participating in this type of format. I've participated before, but you know, my contribution is only on Twitter. But I'm excited. I hope you are, and I hope you have a lovely week.